When my son Leo was in 4th grade, he was a total handful. We're talking principal on speed dial kind of trouble. He wasn't mean, exactly. He just had zero filter and way too much energy for a small classroom. I used to dread the vibrating buzz of my phone during my lunch break, because it usually meant another apology tour. One Tuesday, the call came. But when I picked up, his teacher, Mrs. Gable, sounded different. Her voice was shaking, and for a second my heart just sank. I thought, great, what did he break this time? But she wasn't calling to complain. She told me that earlier that morning, a boy in class named Toby, a quiet kid who usually sat by himself at the back, had brought in a stack of birthday invitations. Toby stood up, his voice barely a whisper, and asked if anyone was coming to his party at the local park. The silence that followed was brutal. Mrs. Gable said you could practically hear Toby's heart breaking as he looked around at 20 blank faces. He started to pull his hoodie up, trying to disappear into his seat. Then, out of nowhere, my Leo stood up. He didn't just sit there. He walked right over to Toby, slammed his hand on the desk, and said, "Dude, I love that park. I'm totally there. Do you have enough pizza? Because I can eat like a lot." Mrs. Gable said the change in the room was instant. Suddenly, 3 other kids jumped up, then 5 more, all shouting about what toppings they liked. Toby went from looking like he wanted to cry to wearing the biggest, brightest smile the school had ever seen. I spent years worrying about Leo's behavior, but that day I realized he might be a little loud and he might be a little messy. But his heart? His heart is